What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of me on this Minecraft realm. I'm gonna have to find a better name for it instead of just calling it me on this Minecraft realm. We're gonna start this episode off with a little bit of a prank on somebody, or maybe a couple people, maybe a couple unfortunate souls. So as you might have seen in my last video, if you did watch it, if you didn't watch it, go watch it. You might have seen that I built this little egg farm. Right now it is overflowing. Like I have, like all this is full. And I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shulker boxes. Now probably 6. So we need to empty some of these so we can continue. So I'm just gonna take a couple of these for now. And we are gonna go have a little bit of fun. So if you saw my last video, you would know that I was building a windmill from Dutch Bros. Like that's the inspiration behind it. It's the Dutch Bros logo. I'm not finished with the last video yet, if that makes any sense. This is where I'm at in the building process. I'm about halfway there, I think. And who knows, it might look totally different. I don't know. I do have to change some blocks up. I gotta add some. I gotta figure out what I want to use in that area. But anyways, it's not finished yet. But by the time this is out, this will be finished. And the last video will already be uploaded. So I thought that'd be kind of funny to show. So let's go prank some people. And the first person I know who is gonna think this is confusing and wonder what is happening is this guy over here. So this is the world spawn. He built his base at the world spawn. So when I joined, when anybody new joins the realm, this is where they spawn. And I was the one who actually built this big sheep shearing farm for him, and it looks like it's not doing well at all because nobody has been on. I have been the only one on this realm for weeks, which is kind of unfortunate because I was really looking forward to having some people to interact with for these videos. Always makes it a lot more enjoyable, but I am having a lot of fun. I need to empty my inventory a little bit, throw all this stuff in here for the time being. All right, here we go. And then we just unload. Oh, you know what? First thing we got to do. Cannot have any exits that are open. So we can't have any pressure plates on doors. You can't have any open areas like this. Yeah, see, they're already getting out. I'll let him get up into his storage room, but I'm not going to. I won't let him get outside. Oh, this is going to take a minute. And just keep in mind that the bigger the space is, the more eggs we're going to need. Because I was expecting a few more chickens than this, but we're doing all right. Oh, no. Oh, I've gone too far. I don't even know how to make a pot. Can you fix this? Oh my God, they're already up here. Yeah, I think we're just going to do one person at a time when we do these pranks. Because I'm just going to use every shulker box of eggs that I have. It's going to take him forever to kill all these. Because I already know he's going to kill them by hand. Oh, and they're down in the crops. Oh, this is awesome. All right, don't aim at pots anymore. This is about as many as I expected it to be. Oh my God, we still have 3 more shulker boxes. Oh, this is gonna be a lot more than I thought. It's already so many. I did it again. So I think I'm gonna draw it. Oh wait, that's not the final stack. We got 3 more. I think I'm going to draw the line at 4 shulker boxes because we are on Bedrock version. So the lag is going to kick in a lot sooner than it would on Java. So I'm going to relax. I'm just going to limit it to 4. If it wasn't such a big space, I would have done less, but yeah. Look at all of them. Even with it being this big of a space, this is a lot of chicken. So I didn't want it to get too laggy. I broke another pot that I need to fix. There we go. All right, yeah, let's give one big lap of the place and see how we did. I already think this is great. I feel bad for, no, I don't. He hasn't been on. You know, I almost feel bad, but this is what happens when you don't play. You leave the opportunity open for somebody to prank you without you being able to do anything about it, and that's what happens. Oh, we let one out. Well, we gotta, I mean, there's only one thing you can do about that. Oh, we let 3 out. Oh no. Oh, they're outside. I gotta take care of this. 3, 4, 5. How are they getting up here? What? How are they getting out? They're everywhere. How are they? Oh no. I missed a spot somewhere. Apparently. He's gonna have chickens everywhere on his base. Oh, that's how. Oh no. I missed a spot. Oh my, no way. I need, here, we're gonna do this. Oh, I didn't mean to break that. I didn't know this was here. Well, back to it we go. Honestly, that's okay. They're outside his base too, which is gonna be a little more frustrating to take care of, so that's fine. Whew. All right. The funny thing is we still have a ton of eggs left. So what does it look like if I just take a peek? This is funny. So if you're just flying by and you happen to be looking over there, you just see a bunch of chickens. Oh, that's funny. Well, our work here is done. Now time to restock on the eggs. I'd say that's a pretty harmless prank. I mean, he is going to get a lot of chicken and feathers after that because they are going to grow up to be full-size chickens, and he is going to be loaded, especially if you have looting on your sword. You know, actually, I think I might be doing him a favor, so it is what it is. Also freed up a ton of space in my ender chest, so that is awesome. Maybe I should take some chickens out of there so I can slow it down a little, because it produces very, very quickly. Yeah, I killed 7 chickens, and that's what I got. Imagine how much he's gonna get for killing all those in his entire base. Oh, poor guy. So if you watched my last video, you would know that I kept getting sidetracked by this right here, this watermelon and pumpkin farm, because the collection system was not working. The minecart, I couldn't get the minecart figured out to where it just kept stopping right here, and it would just leave a bunch of stuff to despawn. Originally, I just had a block right here, and it would just go all over, and I had to change the system up entirely. So I'm about to get into some redstone talk, so skip ahead a few seconds if you want to. But if you do want to know how this works, I had to make it work for this base. This is not professional at all, but this is a lot better. This is a major improvement from what I've done in the past. Because what I've done in the past is nothing at all, and I would just do it manually. So yeah, I was able to actually figure this all out and make it pretty compact, or as compact as I know how to. So I was pretty proud of this. So right here, when the minecart goes over this rail, it powers this repeater with this redstone here. It powers this repeater, which powers this block, which then pushes the piston. So when the minecart goes up here, this will stop it from going back, because in Bedrock, they like to like bounce all over. Their minecarts are weird in Bedrock Edition. So it goes up here and it stops it. So you notice how it just goes, or it stops and goes back immediately. And this thing flickers, this rail flickers. That is because, oh, what a mess. Let me see if I can squeeze my way through here. So how that works is this little comparator right here notices when something is in the hopper. So the minecart hopper goes up here and it starts dropping stuff into the hopper. If something goes into the hopper, the comparator notices it, and then it sends a signal to somehow through this mess of redstone back to the rail, and then it shuts it off. That way the minecart doesn't leave until it's empty. So as soon as the hopper is empty, that means the minecart is empty. So then it can take off and go gather stuff again. This hopper goes into this line of hoppers, into this dispenser, which you saw there was pumpkins in there, and it just emptied on its own. So the reason it empties on its own is because as soon as something is in here, such as feathers or anything, then this comparator notices it, and it sends a redstone signal to this block right here. And then let me do this again. Put some bread in there. It sends a signal to this piston right here with an observer on it, and then there's another observer up here. And that is also facing the same way as this observer. So when this gets moved up, they just spam back and forth, and then it sends a constant like pulse, a tick, 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 tick to this dispenser right here. And then that dispenses into a bubble elevator, which goes up. Let me try to show you. This is such a mess, but it's a functional mess, so that's fine. It dispenses up through that little bubble elevator right there. And this is a waterlogged slab, so the stuff flows this way. You'll probably actually see it. It flows up through there, slips between the slab, and then it flows into this hopper right here, which goes into this chest. See, here's all the stuff that I just put in there. Wow, we are actually doing really good on stuff. So all of that stuff flows into there. And as you can see, melons don't automatically, they don't go straight from melons. Pumpkins do, but melons don't. They break into like melon slices. So what you do is you take this right here and you dump them all into here where there is an automatic crafter. See, I just picked it up. There's an automatic crafter. This hopper, or this chest drops down into a hopper. The hopper goes into a crafter, which then crafts them automatically into melons and then spits them into the same chest where all this, excuse me, goes into the hopper that goes into the same chest. So then it just gets filtered, and that is how that works. So I was really proud of how I was able to make all that work and make it all compact and make it none of it visible from the top. I did have to make a little bit of decoration here, like this stuff. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. It definitely works, and that's all that I'm worried about. Now we can finally get on with the episode. I cleared out a massive area here to oxidize all my copper, which is going to be awesome. I had an entire field, which you probably saw the last video if you did watch it. Once again, go check that video out if you have not seen it. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and finish this tower so I can finish the last video. Basically, the reason I'm recording this right now is because I needed to get these eggs out of here and free up some space in my ender chest. I was going nuts. So I just wanted to record this real quick. So now we can finally get on with this episode. Here we go. I just realized I left all my stuff back at the guy's house that I put all the chickens in. So yeah, I'm being generous by giving him so much chicken, giving him so much food, but I'm not about to be that generous and give him all my stuff. Sorry. So I'm wanting to do the interior of this tower, and I don't want to just make like a ladder or scaffolding to get to the top. So I want to do some sort of elevator. Obviously, there's not enough room for redstone, so I was just going to do like a simple bubble elevator. But this is the design I came up with first, and it took up way too much space. It was bulky, and it didn't even work. I couldn't even get off on like separate levels or anything like that. So I decided I wanted to try, I saw this in a Hermitcraft episode, but they had like a honey block elevator, and you'll see what I mean in a little bit. But anyways, I knew I wanted to try this new honey elevator that I saw, so I needed honey. So I had a little temporary bee farm in my house for a minute just to get the honeycombs enough to build beehives to build a bee farm. So I finally got enough honeycomb to make the beehives, so I made this bee farm in my basement. And in the process of building this bee farm, I realized I'm going to need flowers so I can keep breeding the bees. So I figured, well, you know, flower farms aren't that hard to build. So I went ahead and built a flower farm real quick. And it turns out you need a ton of bone meal to fuel this flower farm. So I was like, hey, bone meal farms aren't that hard to build in Bedrock. So then I got the bone meal farm made, which worked great, by the way. And here is the progress I have made on the interior. I think it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. I have always struggled with interior designs. I mean, it does look a little cluttered in this corner. I'll probably change this up a little bit. I don't know. But this is the start of the honey elevator I was talking about. It's not finished yet because this honey farm is actually quite slow, but all I need it for is just this elevator. So how this works, there wouldn't be scaffolding here, and this would be it. This is what it would look like, and you would come up here, and there is a bubble elevator. This kelp will be gone. There will be a bubble elevator behind here. And because honey blocks are barely smaller than a block, you can actually access the water from the corner. See, now I can't go any higher because there's no water there. So if you put soul sand down there and make a bubble elevator in the corner, you can just go like this and you'll shoot straight up. So all I would have to do when this is finished is walk up here into this corner. It'll shoot me up. Pretend I'm not doing this on my own. And all I would have to do is walk off on the floor that I want to be on. And if I overshoot the floor I want to be on, I can just get back onto this honey block and slide down to the level that I want. So I think that is super cool. You can also do it with scaffolding. If I had scaffolding in this corner instead of water, I could also access it that way. But if I was going to do that, I might as well just do like a regular water column. A bubble elevator will make it a lot quicker, so I'm going to do it that way. And I think it's an interesting design. It throws a little bit more color in here, not so much gray and black and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I went for with these bookshelves here. But anyways, this is what I have in the interior so far. And then up in this level, let me put the scaffolding back. I made this like little temporary sea pickle farm, I guess if you want to call it. So basically you would just, I don't have any on me, but you would just bone meal this pickle right here, and then it'll grow this one and then spawn them around in here since they are live coral blocks. And the reason I needed those was for my fishing hole that's underground. And if you haven't seen that, you'll have to check out the last video or a future video where we will all be fishing in it. Hopefully soon. And up here, it's just an empty level that I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with yet. I thought about putting little micro farms up here, but honestly, there's just not enough space. So I'll probably just decorate it and just leave this windmill. I'll take the functionality out of my building for a little bit. I got plenty of that in the basement. And up top, I'll probably do the same thing. I'm not really sure what I want to do design-wise, but we'll see. So that is where we're at. Let's try to do a little more with this interior. I don't know. I kind of like the clutteriness in this corner. It looks dumb because of the scaffolding, but those will be gone. I think that might be throwing it off, but I mean, I don't want just like blank space, you know? So I think I'll leave it for a little bit and see how I like it. I might change my mind later. So here is the honey farm that I made. It's just around this corner. This is where the iron golems used to be. And actually, if you take a look down here, they are still down here, so none will spawn. I won't have any more spawning. So that was the solution to that problem. But anyways, here's the bee farm. We got our little beehives back here and the flowers so they can pollinate. They get pollen all over them, and then they go back in the beehive and create honey and stuff like that. So the way I access it is go up this little ladder, and these comparators will notice when there are bees in the beehives, and it will send a signal back here. And then as soon as the beehive is full, that signal will be strong enough to power the dispensers with bottles for honey. And then I have one dispenser with shears in it for honeycomb, just so I can maximize how much I'm getting out of this farm. And actually, that's quite a bit. I just emptied this. I actually have had to reduce one section of this farm right here because I was actually, I'm almost full. On melons and stuff like that. And oh my, actually I didn't check this. This is a lot. See what I mean? Like this thing is producing very, very well. I've removed a layer and it's still that efficient. That was probably like half an hour of AFKing up there. And I've actually had to take out several chickens out of here because I am producing eggs way too fast, and we don't need to be pranking that many people in such a short amount of time. We'll let one person deal with it before we prank another person. And up here is the kelp farm / bone meal farm. And I was thinking about this design. I could at any time I wanted I could just take the composters out of here and replace them with chests, and it could be just a regular kelp farm. And then I could have a bunch of fuel for furnaces and stuff like that. But I AFK'd for a little bit and I got all of these filled up as well, but I just took them and filled up this dispenser in here for my flower farm. I went around and collected a bunch of different types of flowers so I can get a bunch of different types of dyes. So you would take one of these flowers and then you would put it under this dispenser right there. That's what that trap door is for. And then you would flick this lever on and the dispenser will dispense bone meal on the flower. It grows all over this grass, and these pistons will shove this grass back and forth, and that will break the flowers. And then all you got to do is hit this button and the water will make all the flowers go down to that one block. And that one block has a hopper minecart under it, which actually has a bunch of stuff in here. And I flip this lever on. What this is just a redstone clock that just constantly sends a signal to this crafter. And this crafter has all of these spots locked. So once it gets a flower in it, it makes blue dye and it goes right into this chest where I have all the dyes sorted out nice and neat. So that is pretty cool. We are really making some progress. And this was interesting. Actually, I didn't know this, but I needed the bee nests. Okay. I needed bee nests, which you saw in my temporary farm, that I had in my house. So I could get honeycomb, so then I could make beehives to make the actual bee farm that's now in my basement. All right. These phantoms. So I learned that if you grow a tree naturally or with bone meal, and there are flowers within 2 blocks around that sapling, it has a 5% chance of spawning a bee nest on that tree. So basically, you just grow a bunch of trees with flowers planted right next to them until you get some bee nests. So I got like 3 or 4 of those. So that's how I was able to get the bee nests. Just a little fun fact. Well, I just recorded a little clip of me showing off this new elevator that I just finished because I AFK'd and got enough honey. And I found out I didn't hit record. So here we are. I finished my honey elevator. So you push up in the corner like this. You go all the way up to the top. Whoops, I got out too early. Go all the way up to the top and then you hop off. I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to have to decorate this little bit here. But then just to go down, you hop off and then you just stick to the honey and slide down. If I want to get off on this floor, I can just, do whatever. If I want to get off on this floor, I can miss and then I can try it again and then I can get it. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do with the interior of this tower. Leave in the comments what you think I should do because I'm not really sure what I can do with this amount of space. I don't think I really care to put any farms or anything in it unless you guys think of a really good idea or something like that. But yeah, I could just decorate it and do whatever, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to put that off to the side for now. And there's one more thing I want to do before I end this episode, and that is get a little bit of a gold farm going. I just found a really cool design that looks super simple and actually pretty quick to build, and I want to try it. One thing I do want before I go, well, I think this will work. I need efficiency 5 because I don't have beacons yet. They are on this realm. I know other people have them, but I personally don't. I haven't gotten a chance to fight the wither or anything like that. And honestly, I just about got killed by a couple phantoms a second ago, so I don't really think I'm ready for the wither right now. I mean, I have pretty decent armor. I don't have protection on my helmet, but I don't know why I'm getting messed up by every little thing so easily. This is in hard mode, but anyways, I'm going to go do some resource gathering real quick for this gold farm, and I will see you in a second when it is all gathered and collected. Oh, that looks cool in the background. Check that out. No. No. We are not doing this. Ah, here we go. Wow. Whoa. Wow. All right. There we go. Oh, no. And this should be everything we need, plus a little extra and everything. And I think I'm going to build it over by my raid farm. Just because, one, if this goes wrong somehow, I don't think it will, but I don't want a bunch of zombie pigmen around my base. And it's kind of ugly, kind of big, kind of hard to conceal. So I just kind of want it away from the stuff where I want like pretty buildings and stuff like that. So I'm probably just going to turn this little area over here into like an industrial district place kind of thing. And I'm actually going to put it just over here. Not like right on top of my raid farm because I don't want the raids being screwed up. Maybe we'll do it right over here on this mountain. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it just out of range of the raid farm. And I'll try to do the closest thing to a time lapse I can. We'll see how it works. All right, here it is. That was actually pretty easy. It took me like half an hour, not even half an hour to build this. Yeah, so basically it's a massive portal and the pigmen are only going to spawn on one side of this portal. So you just go to the other side, block it all off, and then you just like kind of encase them in glass. It doesn't have to be glass. It can be whatever, but you encase this side right here. So there's one block between here and the portal, and then all the water will flow them all down to this area. Oh, I should probably turn this on actually. And it is just a simple trident killer. So there's a couple tridents and then this will just push tridents around and it will kill them. And since it is using tridents that I physically threw on there, that means I'm getting XP for it. So this is great. Another little XP farm. Though I don't know why I'm not getting any loot. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to shut this off. Let me make sure all the loot is right there. So shut this off. Let me see what the deal is. I don't know. Hang on. Oh, is this... Oh, this hopper was... Oh, I see. The hoppers are going the wrong way. Haha. Yeah, make sure you don't do that. Throw the tridents back on there. There we go. And as you can see, this is going to fill up so fast. So what I might do is hook up some sort of item sorter or some super smelter or an auto crafter or all of those. I will probably just hook all of them up to it, honestly. First of all, add more storage, and then I will connect that storage to an item sorter, and then I'll hook those item sorters up to super smelters. So then everything will automatically, all the swords will be just smelted down into nuggets, and then the nuggets will be stored, and then from the nugget storage, it will go through an auto crafter that will convert it into gold ingots. And I could even do gold ingots converted straight into gold blocks if I really wanted to. But that is a project definitely for another episode. Okay, I am about to die from phantoms. I gotta get out of here. I about ran into that obsidian and killed myself. That was almost embarrassing. So that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see next. Let me know what you want to see in this world. Let me know if you have anything special I should build, any cool farms I should try, because I have a lot of plans for this world for sure. Hopefully more people get on soon. I think it would be really cool to see the reactions to all the stuff that I've accomplished on here while they've been gone. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.